Natural law cannot create purposeful arrangements of parts. Natural law cannot create any of the following: a. Purposeful arrangement of parts. B. Complex functionally specified information. C. Irreducible functional complexity. Summary. Natural law cannot create a. Purposeful arrangement of parts. B. Complex functionally specified information. C. Irreducible functional complexity. The presence of any of the three elements above is proof, beyond a reasonable doubt, of the presence of intelligent design. Introduction. The limits of natural law. Why purpose, information, and complexity point to intelligent design. Natural law, in the context of physics and chemistry, describes the regular and predictable patterns by which nature operates. These laws govern the interactions between particles, the behavior of matter and energy, and the forces that hold the universe together. While natural law effectively explains many regularities in the physical world, it lacks the capacity to generate certain features that unmistakably point to design. These features include a. Purposeful arrangement of parts. B. Complex functionally specified information. And C. Irreducible functional complexity. The presence of any one of these elements serves as strong evidence, beyond a reasonable doubt, of intelligent design. 1. Purposeful arrangement of parts. A purposeful arrangement of parts refers to the specific organization of components to achieve a particular function or goal. In systems with such arrangements, each part is precisely placed and shaped to fulfill a distinct role in an overarching function. We see purposeful arrangement in things like cars, machines, and computer systems, each with elements that work in concert to achieve specific outcomes, such as transportation, data processing, or mechanical work. Natural law, however, is insufficient to produce purposeful arrangement. Laws of nature describe how particles interact and how matter behaves, but they do not prescribe specific functional goals. The law of gravity, for example, explains the attraction between masses but does not dictate that stones arrange themselves to form a bridge. Similarly, the chemical laws governing molecular bonds explain how atoms can form molecules, but they do not direct these molecules to form organized structures with a specific function, like a watch or an engine. In biological systems, we observe purposeful arrangements in organs, cellular machinery, and complex tissues. Each part is precisely positioned to contribute to a larger function, whether it's vision, respiration, or movement. These purposeful arrangements suggest a design that transcends the capacities of natural law, as law alone cannot prescribe purpose. The specific configurations required for these functions point to an intelligent cause capable of envisioning and orchestrating such arrangements. 2. Complex functionally specified information. Complex functionally specified information, FSI, is information that is both complex, non-random, and specified toward achieving a functional outcome. DNA, the genetic code, contains FSI in the form of nucleotide sequences that encode the instructions for building proteins and regulating cellular processes. The arrangement of these sequences is not merely complex, it is ordered with functional purpose, encoding the instructions necessary for life. This form of information is highly specific, as changes to the sequence often disrupt function, and its complexity defies generation by natural laws alone. Natural law can produce order, such as repetitive structures found in crystals or predictable orbits in planetary systems, but it does not generate meaningful or purposeful information. For example, the chemical properties of water molecules cause them to form hexagonal structures when they freeze, resulting in snowflakes. While this structure is ordered, it lacks specificity and function. It does not encode any information or direct any particular outcome. In contrast, DNA's sequences are not the result of simple chemical bonding but of highly specified arrangements that produce functional biological outcomes. Information theory shows that the likelihood of such specific, functional sequences arising by undirected processes is astronomically low. For instance, forming a single functional protein by random assembly of amino acids is highly improbable due to the vast number of possible combinations and the limited number that are biologically functional. The presence of FSI in biological systems is therefore a strong indicator of intelligent design, as natural law lacks the capacity to encode purpose-driven information. 3. Irreducible functional complexity. Irreducible functional complexity describes systems that require multiple interdependent parts to function. In these systems, all parts must be present and correctly configured from the outset, as the removal of any component renders the system non-functional. Examples include molecular machines like the bacterial flagellum, which relies on numerous protein components to operate as a rotary motor. The flagellum's function is irreducibly complex, as all its parts must work in concert to produce movement. Natural law cannot account for irreducibly complex systems. Laws of nature explain how parts interact, but they do not provide the assembly instructions for multiple interdependent components to form a cohesive, functional whole. Moreover, natural law alone cannot explain why such systems would emerge in a fully assembled, functional state, as intermediate stages would lack utility and offer no advantage. For example, natural selection in biological evolution only favors changes that confer an advantage. Partial or incomplete versions of irreducibly complex structures would be non-functional and therefore would not be preserved. As such, natural law and unguided processes fail to account for the emergence of irreducibly complex systems, which require all components to be simultaneously present and properly arranged to work. This need for coordinated assembly is a hallmark of intelligent design, as intelligence is the only known cause capable of arranging interdependent parts with a specific function in mind. 4. Why natural law falls short. Natural law is invaluable for understanding regularities in the physical world. It explains how gravity governs planetary motion, how electromagnetism affects charges, and how chemical bonds form. But natural law is descriptive, not prescriptive. It tells us what happens under certain conditions but not why complex systems are structured with purpose, functional specificity, or irreducible complexity. Here are the key limitations of natural law in producing these features. Lack of goal-directedness. Natural law does not pursue specific goals or outcomes. It cannot organize matter to fulfill a particular function because it operates without foresight or purpose. Absence of information generation. While natural laws can create ordered patterns, they do not generate functional information. Complex information with purpose, as seen in DNA, requires specificity that natural laws alone cannot provide. Inability to form irreducible systems. Natural law cannot assemble interdependent parts in a way that produces function from the outset. Irreducibly complex systems require fully assembled parts working together, something that undirected natural processes cannot achieve. In fields like information technology, engineering, and biological science, we consistently observe that intelligence is the only known cause capable of producing purpose-driven systems, functionally specified information, and irreducible complexity. These features do not arise from physical laws alone. They require foresight, intentionality, and the capacity to arrange parts or information to achieve specific outcomes. 5. Any of these features alone indicates design. The presence of any one of these three features, purposeful arrangement of parts, complex functionally specified information, or irreducible functional complexity, provides compelling evidence of design. Here's why. Purposeful arrangement. Purposeful configuration is not something natural laws produce. When we see parts specifically arranged for a function, we recognize it as a product of intelligence, as only intelligence can set goals and arrange components to achieve them. Complex functionally specified information. Information, especially when both complex and purposeful, consistently originates from intelligence. Random processes or natural laws do not yield sequences that encode functional instructions. Irreducible functional complexity. Systems requiring interdependent parts to function indicate design, as undirected processes lack the coordination to assemble such systems fully formed. Each feature independently points to intelligence, making even one of these features alone sufficient to infer design. In all known instances, these characteristics arise from intentional causation, not from the operation of natural laws. The presence of these features in biological systems thus rationally compels us to conclude that they are the product of intelligence. 6. Conclusion. The clear signature of intelligent design. Natural law explains the regularities we see in the natural world, but it falls short in explaining purposeful arrangements, complex functional information, and irreducible complexity. These features reveal design beyond natural law's descriptive capacity. Recognizing them as signs of intelligence is not merely an argument from analogy but a rational inference based on the observed limitations of natural processes and the consistent association of these features with intelligent causation. The presence of any one of these elements serves as proof, beyond a reasonable doubt, that the object or system displaying them is the product of intelligent design. Purpose, functional information, and irreducible complexity are signatures of a designing mind, pointing unmistakably toward an intelligent cause capable of organizing parts, encoding information, and assembling complex systems with specific functions in mind. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and comment below if you agree or would like to add your thoughts. If you would like me to respond to your comment, please make a level 1 comment directly below the video. I will respond to all polite level 1 comments even if it takes me a while, due to other commitments.